Good morning, yogis. Welcome to the YB Urban Home Studio. I've made it really pretty for you guys so that you can join me here and we can all just keep up with our practice during this very uncertain time. I'm personally finding my biggest challenge right now is my schedule, because there have been certain things that have kept me on track and that have created structure in my life that no longer exist. As an entrepreneur, we have a lot of flexibility in our schedule, so sometimes if we don't create that structure ourselves, it just isn't there. And two of the things that have really created structure for me was teaching fitness classes and always having to be in a certain place at a certain day on a certain time, and having my kids go to school, being up in the morning and getting them on the bus, and then heading to my shop or doing whatever throughout the day that would create that structure in my life. So I'm finding that to be challenging. So I feel like by doing this, if I stay with my similar schedule or create a new schedule that creates more of that structure, I think I'll have a little bit better time navigating through these next few weeks or for a few months or however long it is that we as a world are dealing with this very strange and unpredictable situation. But I think the most important thing is to stay hopeful and stay happy and stay calm and stay creative and keep up with our practice. So that's what I'm here to help you do. And I know there's a million videos online that you could use, but I think a familiar face is kind of one of those things that makes it easier to keep going, and a familiar instructor. So I just want you guys to know, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. If there's something you need, a certain type of class, or whatever, just please reach out to me. I look forward to hearing from you. I miss you guys so much already. And this is a really difficult time, so not getting emotional. So today, we're just going to do a really short practice. We're just going to do something that we can use to calm, and I'm calling this one Preparing to Sit. So this is going to be about a 10 to 15 minute routine. You could do this every single morning and then move right into a 10-minute meditation. And I really encourage you to do that, to keep the mind calm, to keep the body stress lowered, keep our immune systems nice and healthy. And so let's go ahead and just get right into this. We're going to start in a child's pose this morning. So let's bring those feet around. We can separate the knees, bringing them just slightly wider than the hips. Reach fingertips to the corners of the mat. We'll press the hips back to the heels. Lengthen the spine. Release the crown of the head to the floor, or excuse me, the forehead to the floor. Arms can stay lengthened, or we have the option of softening those elbows, drawing them in. We can take hands under the forehead and just rest the head right on the hands. And here we're just going to spend several breaths, just starting to calm the mind, to quiet, to bring us to a place where we can really be present in the moment. And the moment doesn't exist outside of this room or off of this mat. The moment exists with the air around us, the ground beneath us, and our breath flowing in and out of us. And we have nothing else going on and nothing else to think about. So let's go ahead and just find that breath. On that next inhale, we're going to start to shift the weight forward. We can come first to hands and knees. Draw those knees up under the hips. Slowly start to lower the hips towards the mat and lift the chin. Little back bend. We can make this a little upward dog. If that feels too big, we can soften the elbows and move into cobra instead. Let's inhale, pressing up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, start to lift the hips and lengthen the legs. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Find your downward dog. Press through the heels. We can take a little movement here. Pressing up and down, alternating feet, moving even into the hip. We can take some movement through the head, nodding no or nodding yes. Let's take that next inhale. Draw the knees back to the mat. Draw those hands right underneath the shoulders, spreading fingertips nice and wide. Find a tabletop position. Draw that tailbone under you. Lift the belly and support that low back. Let's plant one hand into the mat while we lift and extend the other arm high. Take that big stretch, draw the shoulder back, fingertips reach for the ceiling. As we exhale, we're going to draw that arm underneath the other arm, threading the needle. Come to rest on the shoulder, reach the opposite fingertips forward, and lay the side of the head on the mat. We'll again stay here for several breaths. Let's inhale to reach both arms once again forward. Again, we're just going to lower the hips to the mat. Come into that upward dog, or again, feel free to shift that into a cobra pose. Let's take an inhale, pressing up to table. Tuck the toes and lift the hips. Pressing back to downward dog. Again, any movement you feel good with is totally fine. Let's inhale, drawing the knees back to the mat. Walk the hands back under. Find that tabletop position. We'll move to the other side with thread the needle, drawing that opposite arm up. Let's exhale. Arm comes under, shoulder comes to the mat, head comes to the mat with a little turn. We'll reach fingertips forward down the mat. Stay with the breath. take that next inhale, reach arms forward, moving into upward dog. Take that next exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and press back to downward dog. On that next breath in, we're going to start to shift the weight forward. We're going to draw one foot to the outside of a hand. Come into that low lunge position. Foot is wide of the hand on the outside. We're going to drop that other knee to the mat. Let's take that low lunge. Now, I don't want to end up with a run on yoga blocks, but blocks can be really handy here to get you a little bit higher up. And in some of my videos, I probably will let you know when blocks might be appropriate. But again, don't go hoarding yoga blocks, guys. Just, get a pair for yourself if you can get to a store, have somebody pick them up for you. Let's go ahead and roll off onto the side of that foot. I'm going to show you what this looks like. Just rolling off to the side, we're going to open up this knee. Get a little deeper into that stretch. Give you guys a little bit more of a front view of this stretch here. Nice and deep as you can go. If you can take this lower, we can even come down onto the elbows. Or feel free to keep it lifted. Release the crown of the head. Settle into that stretch. On that next breath in, we're going to draw that foot back, tuck the toes, and lift the hips, moving into downward dog. Go ahead and hold your downward dog for several breaths. Take that next inhale, once again shifting the weight forward. We'll draw that opposite leg forward to the outside of that other hand. Again, nice low lunge here. Get deep. Let's drop that back knee. Continue to lengthen, stretching through the hip. This is a great hip opener. This is what's going to allow you to sit comfortably in that cross-legged position. Let's roll off onto the side of that foot, opening up that knee. Release the chin to the chest and just settle in. Inhale, rolling back to the foot. We'll tuck those back toes and send it back to downward dog. Let's take that next breath in, come to the balls of the feet and lower back to the knees. We'll draw those knees just a little wider than the hips and take it back to child's pose. This time we'll move into meditation, and I'll stay with you. It'll be about 10 minutes. That way you can just have the music with you. Sometimes I feel like creating a music playlist that's about 10 minutes long is a great way to meditate, so you're not kind of constantly thinking, has it been 10 minutes? How's my meditation going? Meditation, you can really get into your head, which is totally the opposite of what it's supposed to do for you. So I really recommend, if you're doing this on your own, set up that playlist that's about 10 minutes long of whatever music you want to listen to. If you prefer not to listen to music, it is okay to set a timer. Just make sure when it goes off, it's not something that's like or something like that in your ear. You just want to make sure that it's something that will kind of quietly bring you back to your reality. So the other thing I really like to do in meditation, I love burning sage or Palo Santo. So that's what I have here. I do have also incense too. I think I have it available online, and I'm going to do a little video of how to burn incense. And some of you who are part of my subscription program will be getting some of that this month, so you'll get to try burning Opopanax incense, which is kind of cool. But I'm going to go ahead and just light my Palo Santo. The whole process of this I find so soothing. The flame, the smoke, it smells so good. If you guys aren't familiar with Palo Santo, it's just an incredibly beautiful wood. And you can kind of create the flame and get that smoke going. And then you just blow it out. And you got just that smoke. You can kind of leave it burning in a jar as you move into your meditation. So let's go ahead and just find a really comfortable seated position. Half lotus, full lotus if you like. I can only stand that one for about 5 minutes, not even. Probably more like 25 seconds. Sit nice and tall. Let the eyes close, resting behind the eyelids. Hands can come to the knees. Take a moment just to focus on your foundation. Ground those sit bones down into the mat. Feel the places of the body that are creating that foundation, those places that are currently in contact with the earth. On that next deep breath in, visualize drawing that energy up, out of the sit bones, up through the hips, all the way through the back of the body. Lengthen the spine. The crown of the head grows taller and longer as it reaches for the ceiling. The belly draws in to support the length of the spine comfortably. We'll take hands and just rest them on the legs. Palms can be up or down. Draw a deep breath in and feel the movement of the body in the center, the growing of the belly, the sides of the body, the back of the body. As you exhale, release any tension from the face, releasing the creases of the forehead and the eyebrows and the jaw. The shoulders release down into their sockets away from the ears. And we once again feel that connection to the earth. In this place, we join together the body, the mind, and the breath in quiet calmness, in peace. Bring a little awareness back into your body just by wiggling the fingers and fluttering the eyes open. Let's take the hands and just draw them to heart center. I always like to end my practice with a couple of nice deep cleansing breaths. Let's start with a deep breath in and reach the fingertips up. On that exhale, open the mouth and sigh that breath out as you lower the hands. Let's once again bring hands to heart center. Do one more big, deep cleansing breath. Inhale, reach. And exhale. With the thumbs at the heart, we return to a place of deep, deep gratitude. I am so thankful to be able to continue to spend this time with you. I am so thankful that you've chosen to pursue your practice even if we can't be together. I am thankful that I am surrounded by my family. I have my health. And in these times, we can just continue to embrace these circumstances as if we had chosen them. Remember, compassion over frustration, kindness over everything. Everybody deals with trying circumstances differently, and we just need to be able to accept some of the things that others might do that are not what we would do. But we accept them because we accept their person. And we acknowledge that stress affects everybody differently. We come here to help with finding that guidance, that grounding. We connect with the earth, we connect with nature, we connect with the universe, with our higher power. And we know that there's always hope, that there is light even when it seems dark, and that we are together, maybe not physically, but in spirit, 100%. Thank you guys for sharing this time with me. Namaste. Before I go, I'm just going to ask that you share this video with other people, that you take a moment to subscribe to my channel. If we can get up to enough subscribers, we can actually hold live YouTube sessions, and so I think that would be really cool. So please subscribe to the channel. You'll get notifications of new videos, and give a like to this video if you don't mind. If you did like it, you can dislike it if you didn't. It's okay. I need to know. But yeah, just please continue to share. Please continue to connect. Don't isolate yourself from everybody just because you can't physically be with people. Hug those who are in proximity to you that you can hug. Virtually hug those that maybe it's not safe to do that. Thank you guys again. I miss you, and I hope we will see each other soon. Have a great day. Bye. Oh, I forgot this isn't a touch screen.